own research on her own assassination plot. Meanwhile, uncovering things in our government that are hidden in plain sight. We need to wake up, America, not just America, world. The world needs to wake up. And I think the mistake, which there are many mistakes the devil makes, but in overplaying his hand, was publicly executing Charlie, because it stirred something inside of all of us who still have goodness, inside of all of us who will say no to money, inside those of us who would rather be sued than to acquiesce to evil. I think it made us realize that we have to be soldiers for God. If they are going to be soldiers for darkness, then we have to be soldiers for light. Let me see if I can read a couple of these comments before we go off here. Wow, that's a huge donation that was made by Laughing Cats Music World. Thank you. I'm going to need it because I think the federal government is trying to bankrupt me 1,000 different ways. Legal fair is one of the strategies, legal fair. They just keep you constantly being sued at all times. And I feel like that's happened since I escaped the Matrix. This person writes, supporting my favorite girl, my mouth was wide when you dropped the name DuPont. I cried tonight. I love you and I love Charlie from the get-go. A big part of my everyday was ripped from me when they killed Charlie. You are true blue. When the turn is out and impossible to deny, you can say, as the French say, c'est la vie. May they all go down. Yeah. You know, may everyone involved in this thing go down. I think that's fair. Maybe Turning Point will have some very clear answers. They haven't given us any thus far. Just more attacks on Candace, more people purporting to be Christians attacking Candace, using biblical scripture. I have no time for this anymore. I really don't. We are here now, and the world can see what's happening. You can call me crazy. You can call me evil. You can call me demonic. You can call me whatever you need to call me that keeps you warm at night. Because let me tell you, it isn't going to be nearly as warm or as you are going to be when you burn in hell for an eternity. Okay? It's going to be like nothing you could possibly imagine. This life is short. Charlie's was shortened, but this life is short relative to eternity, and that is real. And I commit myself to truth, and I just decided that I'm going to stay on the side of truth, and I am going to keep enduring these attacks and stand with the people. Seven Sheets writes, it feels like you're the only close friend really mourning him. I've been there. I'm so sorry for your loss. Please stay strong. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yako writes, many blessings, Candace, from Anton Daniels and the Bag Chasers. Keep fighting the good fight. Snowy writes, integrity, courage, intelligence, articulate, as beautiful inside and as outside. Candace Owens from the eyes of a 79-year-old. Thank you. I love making your generation proud because I do think that that was the last generation that had real values. You know, America lost its way when we decided that we would do anything for money, which is what BB said on camera. You know, America is something you can move very easily with money. Not this American. So there's that. And Amir writes, I voted for my taxpayer funds to go from the CIA towards the Candace Intelligence Agency for all of her investigative work, because at this point, she is one of the rare public figures that are actually fighting for truth. Sadly, I mean, I just really thought there would be more allies. And there are some. Like I said, there are some good feds. There is an underground movement that is happening. But there's not nearly enough for the amount that we pay our taxes. I'll tell you that for free. Joy writes, this is deep. I've been watching Ken Burns' The Revolution. The French connection is long with America. It is. And silly us for thinking they just kind of did us a favor and said, Saranara, right? No way. Of course, that's not how it happened to us silly Americans. Anyways, you guys, we're going to jump